Actually, I apologise. I probably just need to see what this is about first. Just go back to page 5, 1.1. On the 10th of December 2015, Cabinet agreed a formal process of identifying interest from third parties to be a council indemnity partner for a potential CPO for Manston Airport. There was a prior information notice in the official journal of the European Union, which we see in 2.1 was published on the 15th of January 2016. 5 expressions of interest. Then the interested parties had time to submit responses. And then in section 3, as I started to point out, parties A, B and C responded and their responses were assessed. I don't think that RiverOak were either party A, B or C, is that right?
That is correct.
The conclusion, well, go to 4.4 please, nevertheless, on page 7. 2 rounds of soft market testing haven't produced a suitable indemnity partner in relation to the CPO for Manston Airport. Any additional interest in pursuing the CPO outside the soft market testing process would of course have to pass the same stringent test. So after the council had declined to enter into an indemnity agreement with RiverOak, they did actually carry out a further round of what they call soft market testing, didn't they?
I am aware that they did, but I don't know the results or anything about it.
All right, well that's fair enough. You weren't involved. All right, thank you very much. That's all on that document. Now I just want to go to your rebuttal proof of evidence again now, please. At page 6 this time. We were on page 5 and now page 6. Paragraph 2.18. Now we've dealt with the first sentence and shown ourselves that more. Now RiverOak has now instructed, I just want to understand what you're saying here. RiverOak has now instructed Merchandise and Bell solicitors who are experienced with the process for obtaining consent under the Planning Act 2008 and understands, that is RiverOak understands now, that a DCO rather than a CPO is the appropriate consenting route. Indeed, the development consent order process exists as a means of taking decisions, including making CPOs in respect of nationally significant infrastructure projects, out of the hands of small and inexperienced local authorities and placing in the hands of the Secretary of State. Had RiverOak been aware of this, it would not have spent time and funds attempting to educate and assure TDC. So I just need to try to understand it. Are you saying that RAGS, CPO experts so they may have been, incorrectly advised you that that you needed planning permission plus a Thanet District Council compulsory purchase order? But now BDD have correctly advised you that you don't have to worry about Thanet, you can go under the DCO route. Is that right, or is it something else?
Well, it's that our initial advice was the only way to acquire the airport title was by partnering with Thanet District Council. Subsequently, we came to understand that the only true legal way to acquire the title involving a nationally significant infrastructure project, which in this case would be an airport supporting more than 10,000 cargo movements, would be through a DCO.
But did RAGS, what project was it that RAGS were advising you about? Was it a 10,000 plus cargo ATM airport, or was it something else?
It was a major cargo hub. I'm not sure we had gotten to the number of movements precisely, but that's where we were going.
And did they or did they not advise you that you could secure the appropriate consents to undertake that project, that is for a major cargo hub, through an application for planning permission to Thanet District Council and a Thanet District Council CPO, or not?
That was our initial advice, yes.
Planning permission plus Thanet CPO.
Well, I don't know about the planning permission, but it was the CPO that we were focused on.
Well, did they give you any advice about what kind of planning consent you need to in order to build and implement the project?
I'd have to review my notes.
I can't remember. DCO route has the advantage, as I suspect you would see it, you can bypass it and get compulsory land acquisition powers yourself. That's your understanding, is it?
My understanding is that it's the actual only legal way to do it, regardless of who you can bypass or who you can't bypass.
All right. It's certainly your understanding that the DCO process enables you to acquire compulsory powers yourself to promote the project.
That is correct.
All right. You no doubt therefore appreciate, because you would have been advised that this is the case, in order to secure compulsory powers, you're going to have to demonstrate a compelling case of public interest. Yes?
That's correct.
And whether there is or is not such a case will be determined through the DCO process, won't it?
Yes.
Really already agreed that. Good. All right. Now, in your rebuttal evidence, you've also covered this question of what the current site owners, either companies' names have changed, but let's just call them current site owners, intentions were when they acquired the site, publicly in 2.5 to 2.12. Yeah? That's the subject we're covering in the paragraph.
That's correct.
Can you just help me with this? Can you explain what relevance that has to the determination of these appeals? The current site owners' intentions when they bought the site, and whether they wanted to trace it straight down or not?
I think it really runs to the belief that there was a party, we thought, that felt that there was a viable way to operate the airport, or said they did, was an experienced transportation company, and changed their mind 3 months later. I'm not sure how the thread ties all the way together.
Well, I'll have to possibly make submissions, but I'll ask you one or two questions. I mean, do you actually know what steps were taken by the new owners after they acquired the site in November 2013? What steps they actually took to assess the site's potential to continue in operation as an airport?
I don't.
At all?
I wasn't in the room to know what steps they took.
But I think your colleague Mr. Freudman knows, or may know, or doesn't he? Have you asked him?
I don't recall, honestly.
You don't recall? Right. Okay, in that case, there's no point in putting this to you. I'll cover it in some other way. I mean, you do appreciate, perhaps I could put this to you, that the airport was running into significant loss, wasn't it?
That's what was claimed, yes.
Yeah. And, well, actually, I will put one or 2 points to you. It may be that you'll say, well, I didn't know that, or that's what was there. You'll see how we get on. It won't take very long. A turnaround team was appointed. Did you know that? Namely, Alistair Welsh and Alan McKinnon.
I am familiar with Mr. Welch, and I met Mr. McKinnon briefly.
Well, Mr. Welsh has considerable experience in aviation matters, doesn't he?
Yes. As I recall, he testified to the select committee that part of the reason that the group bought Manston was because they thought that the third runway might be at Manston and not around London.
Well, Manston is around London, but okay, maybe he did say that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure he said it's true. But were you aware that a number of low-cost carriers were talked to with a view potentially to bringing in new business from that sector? That's obviously the passenger sector. Are you aware?
I'm aware that that's what was claimed.
You're aware that's what was claimed. And also that, I mean, in terms of cargo, BA had their World Cargo division at Stansted, and they were closing it. And it was thought there might be an opportunity to secure.
Mr. King is actually now leading evidence. No evidence has been led at all
I'm finding out the witness.
any of the tenants.
There's any doubt? He said.
Well, you're putting evidence which is not in front of the file to Mr. Yerrall. You're the one now giving the evidence about what BA did or didn't do, about what local carriers may or may not have done. And none of that evidence has been led, and none of that evidence is in the public domain. Mr. Yerrall is simply saying, well, I don't know. It's not really appropriate for cross-examination to use the producing of evidence, which is what Mr. King is now doing. If that was the position as to what Mrs. Lowe did do at the time, then Mr. Alston, as the only witness being called by the defendant, should have led that evidence. And in my submission, that's simply not an appropriate use of cross-examination to ask questions in the way that they are now being put.
We received this rebuttal proof last Wednesday. I'm asking questions about what's been said in the rebuttal proof. I've taken instructions. I'm quite content to leave it, but the last factual point I was going to put, and as you know, I was wondering whether it was necessary to put these anyway. My instructions are it simply isn't true that the airport was, that the land was acquired with the intention of closing it down. That is just not true. Now, it's my submission that you will get little from this consideration of this matter in any event.
Well,
However, since the, I'm quite finished, miss, I'm quite finished.
forgive me on that.
Since this, no, I won't forgive you, I haven't finished. Since this rebuttal evidence was only put in last Wednesday, the appellants are perfectly entitled to respond to it if we wish to do so. That is what I was attempting to do. I'm content to leave it that we don't accept that assertion, but it doesn't matter.
The assertion being, Mr. King, you take exception to this contention that it was always the intention to close the airport. Is that what you're objecting to?
Yes, my instructions are very clear, that is not correct. Those are my instructions.
I mean, the point is not made for the first time in the rebuttal evidence of Mr. Yerrall. It's made in the evidence of Mr. Kane at paragraph 1.9 of his evidence, where he makes it clear that the airport was bought speculatively as a long-term property investment. So, in the light of that point, it was perfectly open to the tenants themselves to produce rebuttal evidence in respect of that matter. Yes, it's paragraph 1.9 of Mr. Kane's evidence, where he makes the point in the second sentence of paragraph 1.9 that the airport was bought speculatively as a long-term property investment. So it's not right to say that that point was first made by Mr. Yerrall in his rebuttal evidence. It was raised 4 weeks ago, and it's been open to the tenants to produce evidence on that point since that time. So, and they've chosen not to do so. It's perfectly entitled not to respond to it.
The point generally had been made the first time Mr. Yerrall's rebuttal. What I said was that this was in response. So if it's been raised before, then one wonders why it's in Mr. Yerrall's rebuttal evidence. There is a substantial number of paragraphs in Mr. Yerrall's rebuttal evidence that deals with this point, including 1 or 2 quite unfortunate comments that I'm not going to read out in public. My clients did not accept the point that's being made, and I'm quite prepared to leave it at that. It's of course up to us to decide what rebuttal evidence to put in, and we decided not to put any rebuttal evidence in, and we're entirely content with that. But I'm entitled to ask Mr. Yerrall about the basis on which he makes these remarks. I've done that, and I will move on.
I've got the point that your clients don't accept the point. Perhaps something that will be dealt with in his submission.
Good. All right. We're back to you, Mr. Yerrall. Sorry about the diversion. Right. Forgive me, I'm just reviewing my notes. Yeah, I think we may perhaps have covered this, but just to cover it comprehensively, or at least as far as I think it needs to be covered. Just about your financial analysis, which is your appendix 3. I'll get the right file. This is in your original evidence, not your rebuttal evidence. Appendix 3, which in the way this has been put together by Bertrand Dyson Bell, is tab 4. I'm not going to take up any detail points with you, reasons that ought already to be clear, but if we look at paragraph 1, Mr. Yerrall on page 1, we see this, don't we? In response to the report done by AV Solutions to Thanet District Council, RiverOak has undertaken a financial model that uses its own proprietary model to produce outputs of the type produced by AV. This report will demonstrate the flaws in the reasoning used by AV as well as demonstrate long-term financial viability of RiverOak and Manston. So that's what this document seeks to do. It seeks to respond to the AV Solutions report. That's its purpose.
That's our primary purpose. The secondary purpose is also to demonstrate viability. The point of the first point is that it was put into format so that it would look like, or at least correspond in some way to the Avia format.
All right, well, that's fine, thank you. And I think we probably already agreed this, but just to be sure, do we agree that the assumptions that underlie this document will be considered and, so far as is necessary, tested through actually both the local plan and DCO processes? Do we agree that?
I'm not sure that it will go under the local plan, but
The AV Solution, I say that because the AV Solutions report is part of the evidence base for the new local plan. And if RiverOak are going to contest, which they do, the correctness of the AV report, then I would have thought that RiverOak were going to raise that in the context of the local plan process.
I think it's possible.
All right. Okay, that's why I put it that way. You understand? If you look at page 6, site acquisition costs. Site acquisition is not considered in the modelling for 2 reasons. The cost of purchase will be reflected in the balance sheet assets. Depreciation, if any, will be minimal and therefore simply pass through. Then the cost of the purchase is minimal relative to the scale of the investment in the project. Market valuation ranges from £3 million based on the form of appraisals that will feature in the DCO. That confirms we're going to get financial appraisals in the DCO application, due to 10 million based on a premium purchase used to avoid legal process costs for parties. Are you able to help me? Are those figures, I mean the 10 million is a premium purchase to avoid legal process costs, but the 3 million, is that existing use value, alternative development value, or what?
That is our best estimate of the value of a closed, stripped airport.
Okay, and it doesn't, with a potential alternative use or development value or not?
No.
No. I mean, clearly it doesn't reflect the value that the site would have if the landowners were to succeed in their current planning application.
I don't believe it would, no.
It does not reflect that value.
I don't know what the value is if their application succeeds. I suspect it's higher than 3 million.
Not a difficult one, I don't think. All right, well, we don't need to go into valuation matters at this stage. We may need to in some other forum. But anyway, we can conclude from what you say, can we, that 7 million, which is the difference obviously between 3 and 10, is not material to scheme viability.
That's correct.
All right. Thank you. Forgive me for a moment. Yerrall, very grateful to you, that's all.
Thank you, Mr. Yerrall. I don't have any questions to ask you, so I'll see if Ms. Hornsby has any further re-examination she wishes to undertake.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Yerrall, there's just one matter I'd like your help with, please, and it's this. You were taken to CD 15.3, and if I can just please ask you to go back to that document.
There.
Thank you, and you were taken to page 7 of that document at paragraph 4.2.
This is, can you just
Yes.
tell me which document we're, because my
Yes,
my tab's
yes,
not-
yes. It's the extraordinary cabinet
29th.
meeting on the 29th of October, sir, and it's a supplementary agenda report, and it's page 7 in that document.
Yes.
Do you have that? And it's paragraph 4.2 under the heading section 4, indemnity
Yes.
agreement, CPO powers. Do you have that?
Yes, RiverOak has not provided sufficient evidence.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Yerrall, if you can just have a look, please, again at paragraph 4.2, where it says that RiverOak has not provided sufficient evidence to show the council that the funding available to deliver the scheme is currently available. And Mr. King said to you, well, that was essentially that's the 300 million. Do you remember that discussion that you had with him? Can I just have your help with this? Insofar as the advice that you were receiving at that time, in terms of the requirement or the reasonableness of showing at that stage in the process that you had £300 million available, what was the advice that you were being given?
Our advice was that it was premature to be asked for that, but in response to that, we did provide a letter from Oryx saying that they were interested in the airport and were willing to invest, I don't know what exactly the wording was, so I shouldn't say what they were willing to do, but it was a letter supportive of our effort to acquire the airport and their interest in participation. We also provided the council with a letter from a private investor, a bank account showing approximately 70 million in cash, names, account numbers redacted, but with an offer to show it to the leader of the council in private.
Thank you. And then just the other matter I'd like your help with, it was brought to you that or you were taken to the part of the report, this is CD 15.1, another report, I don't think we need to turn this up for the purposes of the question, where the council was concerned that it was a high-risk proposal for the council. But can you just help me with this? I mean, insofar as the indemnity agreement that you were proposing, in terms of risk, what was the risk to the council if they
I never
didn't?
could understand that there was any risk to them. They weren't obliged to do anything unless they were in funds with our indemnity agreement, so I was at a loss to understand the level of risk that they claimed.
Thank you very much. Those are the only questions I have. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Yerrall.